Leaders Factory comes Leadership Secrets with Dr. Michael Hutton-Wood, designed to help you maximize your potential with principles that guarantee proven results.
Knowing and cultivating certain attitudes about yourself will give you the mindset you need to develop your leadership potential to the fullest and fulfill all that you were born to do.
Join Dr. Michael Hutton-Wood for Leadership by Creativity, Principles for Success, Secrets for Creating Change, and much more.
You are born to lead. Jesus came to restore you back to leadership. Get back your leadership position. Let the earth know that you were here.
Join your host, Dr. Michael Hutton-Wood, a man on a mission, and experience a destiny-changing encounter with today's message on Leadership Secrets. Who said you can't be single and keep your sexual purity? Introducing No Ringy, No Dingy, aka the No Marriage, No Sex book. No Ring on the Finger, No Sex Please by Michael and Bernice Hutton-Wood is written to help singles or those who have suffered from previous broken relationships out of ignorance, or those stepping out afresh into relationships and want to avoid making the mistakes of previous generations. It is better to look before you leap. No Ringy, No Dingy. The No Marriage, No Sex book. Order your copy today. Please call, write, or visit our website using the information on your screen.
But let's look at mandatory things you must investigate before you say I do. Number one, don't marry out of pity for a woman who has children with no father. Don't marry out of pity for a woman. Don't marry out of pity for a woman who has children with no father, or don't marry out of pity for a man who has children with no mother. So you don't marry somebody because you pity them. You know, there's some people who marry people, I'm feeling sorry for you. You look so neglected. You look so pitiful. And I'm your savior. And they actually say, I'm your Messiah. So you marry people out of what? Pity. No, never marry somebody out of pity. Find out why there is no father in the house. Find out why there's no mother in the house, dead or alive. Number two, if it's the man, find out what happened to the mother of the child or children. Is he, the person you're going to marry, find out, investigate, is he a wife beater or abuser? Which led to the man or which led to the woman running off? You see, don't take things, somebody married somebody who had 3 children. Three children, yes. And then later on, after the woman had settled in a marriage, she said, you know, I didn't show you everything about myself. You know, now that I've arrived, now, you know, I have my own rights. I have my own vision. Now, it's too late now. So don't marry somebody out of pity. Find out that woman with those children, where did the father go? That man with those children, what happened to the mother? If the woman is alive, why did the mother leave the children with him? You need to, that's why I say romance cloud. You see, when you're in love, you just accept everything, only to your detriment. So find out, is he a wife beater or an abuser, which led to the woman running off? Is the woman a cantankerous woman? There are some kind of women you don't marry. Cantankerous, contentious, gossips, talkatives, distractors, dividers. There are 7 kinds of women in the book of Solomon you don't marry. One of them is cantankerous. You know cantankerous? Yeah. Find out the character of that man or woman who you desire to marry. Find out this. What are their weaknesses, shortcomings, anger? When they get angry, do they do kung fu? Are they Jet Li, Bruce Lee, Jolie, all the Lees in one? You know, you should be able to investigate. Don't let romance. No, somebody who beats you or punches you when they are courting you, they will beat you when they marry you. So don't say he will change. If he's not changing now, he's not waiting to marry you before he changes. Or vice versa, because these days they say there are women too who beat men. Ask your neighbor, are you a beater? Are you a boxer? Box in the ring and make money out of it. Not out of somebody's child. What are their weaknesses, shortcomings, anger, bad temper? What kind of temper do they have? You know, some people, when they are angry, they break glasses. They break everything in sight. They bang doors. One bang and the hinges come off the doors. Bad temper. Are they selfish? Now, if you're marrying somebody, when you're courting somebody, watch out, is selfish. How do you know if somebody is selfish? When they get things, it's all about themselves. Selfish, greedy, procrastinator. When are you going to look for a job? Tomorrow. Tomorrow comes tomorrow. Procrastinator, argumentative. You never win an argument with this individual. Watch all. You see, that's why I said love is not the only thing. These things must be argumentative, procrastinator, childishness. They throw tantrums when they get upset. And they want to get married to you. Throwing tantrums, other serious problems like investigate whether there is insanity in the family. Diseases like sickle cell anemia. Chronic diseases in the family. Find out. Some people genetically do not blend with other people genetically. So even though you love them or you are in love with them, you cannot marry them. Asthmatics, marrying asthmatics. Sickle cell anemia, marrying sickle cell anemia. Whilst your husband is asthmatic doing, you are doing, so giving birth to. I thought I did very well. He didn't clap. You form an orchestra of asthmatics. So if that person is out, you need to invest. Don't just say, I'm in love. Find out the health challenges in the family and fight it spiritually. Or if it's not going to work, don't marry in that family. It's very important. That's why you must see God's face. And you must know about destiny. Sickle cell anemia, marrying another sickle cell anemia person apparently is not advisable. Despite faith, God's healing power, apply wisdom and seek divine direction before you commit. So you need to, shine your eyes. If you believe it's of God, then both of you need to believe God together to see supernatural healing. Yeah. Amen. But it must be done what? Together. Know what you are getting yourself into. Don't let somebody not tell you the full history only for you to find out later. So find out their family history. Talk about money matters. Go to the family and find out how they handle money. Whether there are three, I gave you 3 types of things that people do with money, right? Foolish people do what? Waste. Foolish people do what? Waste. Average people do what? Spend. Wise people do what? Invest. So you observe when money comes into the hands of your partner, see how they blow it. See how whether they save some or spend all to impress you. Every week, restaurants. Every week, aromatic crispy duck. When there's nothing aromatic about their lives. When I met my wife and we were courting, I was a poor man. I go to town and we buy something called, in Ghana it's called Nkati cake. That's groundnut cake, peanut cake. So I buy one because that's what my money can afford, and I break it into, because out of hunger and poverty, I'm hungry. I want to eat all. But there's somebody about to come into my life, so I started practicing. I break the peanut thing into 2, chew half, and meditate on the other. And then when I get home, I give her the half. Practicing for the future so that when I marry, I have practiced. If I eat all, I will eat all. Everybody before they marry, they like certain parts of chicken. But in chicken, there's only one gizzard. If you eat all when you are single, when you marry, you must break it into 2. If you can't divide your gizzard, you can't marry.
Yes, sir.
There's only one neck for chicken. You break it into two. If you don't want to share your neck, keep your neck alone and stay single. Marriage is about sharing. If you don't want to share, you are not ready for marriage. So watch people who, whilst you are courting them, everything is about them. Me, 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 me. The moment you're about to get married, your language is we. So you find somebody who's always talking I. That person is not grown up yet. You need to pray for that person. So discuss money matters. Now investigate whether the family is stable or unstable. Does the person you intend to marry respect their parents, or they are rude? Speaks rudely to the family, cussing and swearing. That's exactly what, but if you don't go to their house, you won't see it. Because there are a lot of people, you see, people can let you see what they want you to see and hide from you the things they don't want you to see. So romance, clouds, focus. Go to the house, meet grandmama, meet grandfather with his pipe in his mouth. What comes out when the pipe is out of his mouth? You need to hear. This is a very serious one, especially ladies, you need to get this one. Social standing. Is the person you are about to marry your size? Educationally, mentally. Is he in your league or way beyond your league? Like the man being a laborer or ordinary gardener or handyman intending to marry a doctor. Intending to marry a doctor, a lawyer, a parliamentarian, architect, politician. And when you ask him, say, what profession? I say, I'm a laborer. Who do you want to marry? A lawyer. He say, I want to marry by faith. You don't marry by faith. If you are going to marry somebody and their social status is higher than yours, you must be prepared to develop yourself to their standard. Don't just let love cloud your focus. When you don't raise your standard to their standard and you marry a parliamentarian and they go for a meal at Buckingham Palace and they are using fork and knife, your partner will take the chicken and chew it the way they chew it in the village in front of all your guests. And then start cracking the bones. They will hold the fork in the right hand and do chew. Because you are in love, you forgot to educate this person how to handle fork and knife. You are in love, you overlooked it.
One of life's defining moments is when you decide to say, I do. But who are you saying I do to? Marriage is an institution and a destiny shaper, and you don't just enter in willy-nilly.
You don't marry anyone. You marry the one purposed for you, for your destiny.
These issues that arise from marriage are real, and you need to ask vital questions, receive crucial, satisfying, genuine answers with spiritual backing and discernment before you enter in.
There are some people you marry them, that's the end of your life.
200 questions you must ask, investigate, and know before you say, I do. Dr. Michael Hutton-Wood, with his natural humorous style, delves into hardcore questions that are vital to the sustainability of any marriage.
Your marriage partner is for destiny. So that's why I say you don't only look at love and the woman's skirts and the man's 6-pack or 4-pack. If my wife was looking for 4-pack and 6-pack, should he have married me? I don't have any pack.
These questions are born out of feedback from various counseling sessions with both singles and married couples, and compiled for those who want to enter into a marriage and stay married until death do they part. A must for every single. Order your copy today. Please call, write, or visit our website using the information on your screen.
So look at your social standing and the person you are going to marry are they in your level or near it? If they are not, you can still marry, but get into education. Am I helping somebody in the house? You are a graduate. Your person you want to marry just finished 7. In Ghana, they call standard 7. They just finished, or they never went to school after high school or the one below. Primary school. That's all the education they have. And you are in love with them. First of all, you must realize that you are now her teacher. That's right. You are now going to be his trainer. And they must be willing to be trained. Or as you go to some place, you give a speech and they say, let your wife come and give a speech. The whole conference will close. Or they eat. And after they finish eating, they do. They get toothpick and they are choking and choking. You will have to deal with your partner's insecurities. Think about purpose, dreams, vision. Think about compatibility. Ask yourself, do we get on? Do you have the same or similar interests or are far apart? Do you like each other? Do you get on with your family or are always at loggerheads with your family? Does he or she love God or the things of God? That's very important. If you marry somebody who doesn't love God and doesn't love the things of God, very soon they'll be telling you when to go to church and when not to go to church. Which direction is your spouse heading? Is it the same direction as yours? What are your plans for the future? Does he or she like what you like? Are they willing to compromise? If, let's say, you started doing a course and then they started doing a course, you motivated them, you sacrificed for them to do a course. Somewhere along the line, will they also sacrifice for you to upgrade yourself? You need to ask all those questions. What kind of food do they like? And can you cook it? And I've heard people before they marry say, as for me, in our house, we don't need to cook. We'll just eat from outside. And the man maybe has gone along with it. And after they marry, he said, you must cook like my mother cooks. I've often told people, the man must learn how to cook, and the woman must learn how to cook. It's not every time you must eat outside. Sometimes bring your wife breakfast in bed. Do they love your company or being by themselves? You need to know that. Can they stand you or they can't stand you? Will they still continue to love or like your company after marriage? How sure are you? These are questions. What kind of entertainment do you both enjoy or separately? What kind of games, sports, concerts, films, theater? Do you enjoy outdoor or indoor sports? What kind of food, clothing, hairstyle, shoes, home decor do both of you like or dislike? So you need to know the kind of hairstyle your wife or husband likes before you go and do something. And you appear and your wife says, who is this? Were you both raised by a two-parent family or single-parent family? It factors a lot before you get married. If you're raised by a single parent, there's a way you see things. If you're raised by a two-parent family, that's another. Are you marrying them out of conviction or convenience? Are you marrying them because of what to get from them or what to give to them? Are you going into this relationship 50-50 or 100-100? There are some people say, I'm entering this with 50-50. I'm giving 50, you bring 50. No. You bring 100, they bring 100. What are you keeping the 50 for? I bring 50, you give 50, and they equal to 100. No, it doesn't work that way. 100 of you, 100 of them. You are either in it or you are not in it. Are you marrying them to get your immigration status or citizenship? Before you marry somebody, both of you should ask yourself, do you have papers? I said, not one person should ask the other. I said, both of you should ask. And you must bear the consequence as to whether you want to be the one through whom. Because these days, people marry people just because of what? Papers. In the culture in which we are. It doesn't work in Africa or something, but here, they heard and pretended you are the knight in the shining armor which arrived from heaven. No, it's because of the papers they have heard you have just received. That's why they are all over you. You go to women's fellowship and they come there, even though they are men, they want to be at the women's fellowship. Are you signing a prenuptial agreement before you marry? If you are, why? Why are you signing a prenuptial agreement? What's the reason? Who stands to gain more or lose more in this relationship when you marry? Are both of you spendthrifts or good with money? Are both of you extravagant or moderate? Must you always wear designer clothing? Must everything be designer? Are both of you ready for joint accounts or separate accounts? That's a major one. As for me, my own account. There are things that you women want and men want for themselves. You don't need to get that from the joint account. So the wise thing we advise people, we have learned over the years, is have the 80-20 principle. 80% of the income that comes into the house must go into a joint account. That's what you use for mortgage, school fees, university, family, everything. Then 10%, both of you hold in your hand. So let's say your mother calls from Ghana. You send her money from your money. You need to go and buy pants or something casual for yourself. You spend that. It's my birthday and you want to buy me a gift. You don't go to the joint account. No, you don't go to joint account. Joint account is for major projects. That's why you must discuss how much you used to send before and how drastic the changes are going to be from now. You see, the moment you marry, you and your wife and your husband are now in covenant. God will hold you accountable for your immediate family, not the extended, the immediate. So once you don't cut off your family, but priority is this family. Are you understanding what I'm talking about? So 80-20, mortgage, phone bills, whatever bills, the major is in the 80. That's where you take it from. So if you have 50 pounds and that's all you have, when somebody asks you for money, it's within the 50. Except maybe that day the Lord spoketh to your husbandeth. And he headed from God to add a little allowance to your own allowance. But other than that, you work within your budget. We don't allow anybody to put some pressure from outside our outside this country. Say, I need money. We are dying, we are dying, and we are dying now. I say, you are lying. You eat 3 times in Africa. I eat twice here. It's not happening. No. If I'm not able to take care of my own family, you will say he's a useless man. But I send the money to you. Nobody knows how I pay my mortgage here. And when they are calling you and asking you for something from here, they want the latest. iPhone, what? iPhone what? 5 or 6? We want iPhone 5. Even me, I'm using 3. I'm still using iPhone 3 or 4. You are asking for 5. You want iPad. When I have laptop. It's not happening. You can call me all you want. I'm taking care of my immediate family first. Those are all things you need to adjust to. Some will call you wicked. When you went to London, your hand has reached your back. You are now ungrateful. Let them call you. You see, that's another thing. Let me close on this. If you are not prepared to be criticized by your parents and your families, your spouse's parents, don't marry. They will justify criticisms. They will find ways and means. These days, my son used to bring me 50. Since he married, now only 25. What is that woman doing with our money? What is that witch? What is that? They don't call you a witch too. What is that witch? What does she? What food did you give to my son? What did you put in the food? My son doesn't visit anymore. Spending all the money on you. When he married you, you were skinny like a matchstick. Look at how meat has come on you. It's all our money. Money has come home. You have forgotten me. And then they'll cry crocodile.
The Relationship Package by Dr. Michael and Bernice Hutton-Wood. Experience total joy and satisfaction as you embrace 5 carefully written books for every relationship. Single, married, divorced, and separated. learn the dynamics of what makes a good relationship and how to sustain it for a lifetime.
There are some people you marry them, that's the end of your life. Your marriage partner is for destiny. So that's why I say you don't only look at love and the woman's skirts and the man's 6-pack or 4-pack. If my wife was looking for 4-pack and 6-pack, she wouldn't have married me. I don't have any pack. It was my personality. And she discovered that this is the man she can fulfill destiny with. And I discovered that she is the only woman who can assist me to fulfill destiny. Marriage choices is from the angle of destiny.
Pack includes no ringy, no dingy. 50 common mistakes singles make. 200 questions you must ask, investigate, and know before you say, I do. What husbands want and what wives really want. And the 101 tips for a great marriage. A must for your library. Order yours today and receive a special discount on the entire package. Please call, write, or visit our website using the information on your screen. Is a man on a mission with a mandate to raise generational leaders, called to set in order the things that are out of order, and to bring leadership development, human capacity building, and wealth creation to all. Welcome to Maximizing Destiny with Dr. Michael Hutton-Wood from the House of Judah, the Leadership Factory. Raising generational leaders, impacting the nations. Also watch us on KICC TV for leadership secrets and maximizing your destiny series every week, Monday through Saturday. Your host, Bishop Michael Hutton-Wood.
Where God isn't, there is no vision. And where there is no vision, the people perish. And where there are no people,
details are as shown on your screen. Please call 0208-689-6010 or visit www.houseofjudah.org.uk for more details. Thank you for tuning in to Maximizing Destiny with Dr. Michael Hutton-Wood from the House of Judah, the Leadership Factory, raising generational leaders, impacting the nations. We hope you have been blessed.